Coming to you all the way from Norfolk, Virginia, Go On Podcast presents How Embarrassing with Molly and Jeff.
How embarrassing!
How embarrassing!
How embarrassing! Whoa. Hey, welcome to How Embarrassing. It's the podcast about all of our embarrassing lives. My name's Molly.
And I'm Jeff.
Oh, Jeff. Jeff. How's it going?
Good. I bought a big bottle of very cheap red wine from Aldi, and I am enjoying it a lot.
Oh my gosh, I really like Aldi's booze.
Yeah, it was like $6 for a big one.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Big boy.
Yeah,
And,
they do you right.
It's not that good, but it's good enough.
Exactly. Like, it's for $6, it's good enough.
They definitely cut it with like sugar or juice or something. Like it's a little sweeter than a red should be, but that's okay.
Well, you know what? Whatevsies.
Anyways, this is a wine podcast. You got
I have
Molly?
a little something for you guys.
Do it.
And it's kind of silly.
What is it? Is it a poem?
Okay.
So, I went to the doctor today.
Oh, congratulations!
Thank you. I went to the doctor. And the guy, so the doctor's kind of, it was like a Doogie Howser. I went to a teaching hospital, so it's like a child in there.
Good God.
Getting my symptoms and everything. Then he brings in the grown-up doctor who was like this goddess woman. But long story short, I've had migraines forever, ever, and I just haven't been to a doctor because of different things with insurance and stuff. And I finally have insurance, went into a doctor,
Cool.
and they gave me medicine for my migraines. And one of them...
This is all so silly. It's so silly.
They gave me medicine, and one of the medicines, because sometimes with migraines, I can't even take pills. I just throw them up immediately and stuff like that. So one of the medicines I have to put in my butt.
No. You got a suppository? It's called a suppository, by the way.
It's called a suppository.
They gave me a butt medicine.
When I was 7, I had my tonsils taken out, and I also had to get those. But I'm pretty sure my mom did it for me.
Is that what turned you gay?
How embarrassing. LGBTQ
No, a woman
positive.
fingering my ass, who is my mother, did not make me gay.
Well, I'm about to put it in my own butt.
Wait, this is insane. Did you say, no, it's okay, can you just give me the pill instead? Or did they insist on the suppository? Or did you insist on the suppository?
Well, because they were talking about all these pills, and I was like, yeah, hopefully I'll be able to take them early enough that I won't just puke them up immediately. And they were like, well, have we got an option for you?
They're fucking trolling you, man. I don't believe that. That's crazy.
I have a suppository for migraine.
You're taking your migraine bit too far at this point.
Yeah.
It started off as an excuse to get out of middle school. And she's just been holding it up for this long.
Fucking Daniel
That's how I would
Day-Lewis.
get my mom to push me around in a stroller at amusement parks.
That's how
And
you.
now I'm-
Wait,
and
you,
now I'm-
you used it to get to the front of the line? How do you use a migraine?
Oh, I would just be so sick I couldn't walk, and my mom wouldn't, there were a lot of kids. We couldn't just leave the amusement park, so they'd just throw me in a stroller.
Oh.
Wheel me around, cart the body. But now I got these butt pills.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm pretty, I've just been chuckling thinking about me with a migraine shoving it in my ass.
I'm not even sure if we have time to get to my gripe.
You were angry.
Well, let's talk.
Yeah, we have
Jeff's
something to
rant.
discuss. Honestly,
Yeah.
it will
Okay.
be quick, but let's discuss
We can take
something.
the extra. We can take the extra time.
Yeah,
today.
take the extra time.
So, my friend recently realized that we had a Patreon. How embarrassing at Patreon? I don't know. Find it. Google it.
Yeah,
Google it. But this is the issue.
Patreon.com/how embarrassing.
Okay, that's it. So he went to look for it via Google
Mhm.
because I told him just Google it. And he said the top search result was a podcast called "Oh No!" by like Anna Copian or something like that. And then I look, and the description of the podcast is the podcast all about embarrassing stories.
Ooh.
This podcast started like 4 months ago. She only has 11 episodes.
What the fuck?
Wow.
You've been around for like, what, almost 2 years now? Year and a half?
Whoa.
I just Googled how embarrassing, and our podcast is the only thing that's popped up.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Yeah, I did
this.
the same thing. And the same thing happened to me. But
did your friend get the name of our podcast wrong and Google "Oh no"?
no.
I don't know.
I don't
It sounds like that.
Okay,
Either
and
way, he discovered this podcast.
I just Googled "Oh No" podcast, and it's an investigative journalism podcast produced in Los Angeles.
Yeah, that's the more popular Oh No. There's lots of Oh No's podcasts. It took me a while to find this one, but I do want to have her as a guest on our show at some point and have her explain herself.
Jeff, can you just casually slide into
people
the DMs of this girl and be like, "Hey, we have a podcast. Do you want to be on ours?" And then it will be like, "It's called How
Reveal the
Embarrassing with
curtain.
Molly and Jeff. You may have heard our 1 year anniversary episode."
I'm gonna listen. If she sounds better than you guys, maybe I'll.
No,
What
Matt.
if she sounds like me?
Oh God.
What if she puts medicine in her butt?
No, I'm sure she's very funny. She's a stand-up comedian in New York City.
Ooh.
Oh,
I have her
fuck off.
address. I'll tell you the address after.
New York City stand-up comedians are a bunch of fucking losers. Depressed
All right,
ass
let's get to an ad
losers.
break till Molly freaks out.
Ad break.
Mommy,
Yes.
my tummy hurts. I keep throwing up. Can you give me anything?
Here, bend over.
What? I meant like a pill or something else.
I got something special for you. Bend over.
Okay.
Okay, now pull down your jammies.
Zip.
Ah!
Margaret, what the hell are you doing? What are you doing to our little boy?
I'm giving him the stomach medicine.
Yeah, but you're giving him my stomach medicine. That's my suppository.
Everyone knows that the way to a man's stomach is through his butt.
That's right. Here at How Embarrassing, we're sponsored.
Is it over?
We were all waiting on Jeff, and he froze.
Oh my god. I didn't realize Jeff froze. I thought he was just doing like a cheeky little grin.
Me too, and pausing. Let's see if he ever comes back. All right, let's finish.
I don't know if he will. I might have to carry this episode. I typed in "Oh No" podcast. Literally 7 to 8 podcasts have popped up before I found the one Jeff is talking about. This does not seem like something we should be angry about.
No, I don't think so. Yeah, so for those stomach suppositories, go to howembarrassing.com and enter the code How Embarrassing.
Yeah. Oh my god, this is so fun.
This is really fun. I've always
Jeff has left the building.
I've always dreamed of
Ladies
this.
and-
I knew that as producer, I'd have to step in and host. And here's
This
my
is your
time.
big moment. Actually, my dad texted me 2 episodes ago and told me I should just get rid of Jeff and do the podcast by myself. So
Oh, no, he didn't.
maybe it's my big moment.
No, he wasn't serious about that, was he?
You know what?
That's fucked up.
I don't know. My dad has always said, so I have 2 siblings. My dad has always said he loves 2 of us and hates one of us, and he never tells us which one. Keeps you on your toes. Anyway, to get today's guest, you know him from...
Wait, are you really going on without Jeff? We could do that if
What
you
are
want
we
to.
supposed to do?
This is crazy because this has never happened in the entire pandemic. We've actually
I know.
been kind of lucky.
I feel like our guest is going to lose interest.
I know,
and leave.
an out of town guest who we met once, and it's like we look like
Jeff
fucking
just texted-
amateurs.
Wait, update from Jeff. He texted me and said, "LOL."
That's wait. That doesn't help anybody. That doesn't help a goddamn person,
he
Jeff.
said it won't start back up.
That is an LOL, isn't it?
I'm saying call in from your phone because that's better than nothing.
Yeah, does he have the
So
number?
much for having good audio this month, am I right?
This
is not Jeff's day.
I got a chicken pot pie in the oven. That's the only thing that I'm waiting on. Oh, here he is.
Ah!
Oh my god, it's the man, the myth, the legend.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know him. He's the co-host of the How Embarrassing podcast, Jeff Beaulieu.
Yay! Unmute yourself.
Hello.
Hey.
My computer said it wants to update now.
Oh no,
Dude! Zoom totally closed down, and then I couldn't even open the program back up. I closed out of everything, still nothing.
That's fine.
Well,
So
you
it's
know
rebooted.
Well,
It's
you know what,
rebooting and
Jeff?
updating.
I've got news for you. We waited for you, baby.
Yeah.
So now, today's guest, you know him from wearing two shoes.
You know him from having a computer that works.
Yeah, and you know him from having to take Jeff's
Oh, no,
place
is
on
it
this
still bad?
podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Gleason. Gleason? I should ask before this.
Gleason, yes.
Hey.
Nice,
Hello.
nice.
So patient.
Thank you guys for having me.
Well, thank
Oh,
you for
you're
waiting.
welcome. So Ryan, are you embarrassed to be here today?
No, at first I wasn't, and then the tirade about New York stand-up comedians kind of superseded that.
A bunch of cucks, dude.
Well, at least we can take pills orally without throwing up.
People only move to New York for stand-up when they can't make it as an improv comedian in Norfolk, Virginia. You heard it here first.
Oh, luckily I was a Jew who was born here, so it's just more natural.
That's good. You're in your natural habitat up there.
Yeah, we're born and bred here.
Nice.
All right. Well,
Looks
I'm
like
just
you're
gonna go
flying
ahead and-
solo, Molly. Yeah, because
I was gonna say I'm gonna take the reins on this podcast because Jeff is.
Jeff,
in
can you
some-
hear
Oh,
us?
like you didn't take the reins before.
Yeah. Well, Jeff is in some sort of like Mad Max nightmare dreamscape. He's got like a propeller behind his head. He looks terrified. So Ryan,
It's a
why
fan.
don't you entertain? I was trying to paint a picture for the audience, Jeff.
Now it says
Anyway.
I don't have a Zoom subscription.
Oh my God.
What the fuck?
Okay, well, as
All right.
Jeff fumbles miserably, Ryan, do you have a story you would like to share with the class today?
I have a few. I will start with the more character changing because
Oh
I
my
learned
God.
something.
Nice.
I learned something. It wasn't just an embarrassing moment that I had to move on from. I actually learned something.
Cool.
So
I love that.
yeah, when I was in elementary school, we had this after school program that I know there's two of you. Okay.
Sorry, it's distracting because Jeff now has logged on, but under the name Tough.
Why? He's muted.
He's like a rescue dog.
This is terrible.
The worst tech that Tough has ever had.
Jeff
Bring
is
back-
ruining my life today.
Bring back Jeff. We want Jeff, Tough.
Yeah,
Tough.
who's Tough?
Tuff. Tough. We want Jeff. Go get Jeff and bring him back.
Jeff,
I like how
you're
we kept the two F's.
You're distracting. You're distracting from the guest story.
And he
Oh,
froze
he's frozen again. All right. Well, why
This is
don't
a good episode.
Ryan? Why
Well,
don't you continue with
I
your
realize
character?
I need to get some hard connection.
Why don't you?
Tough is my
continue-
D&D.
Oh my God.
Okay. Keep going, Ryan. Wait.
Okay. So I had this after school program at my school, and to keep all the kids busy after school, they decided to do some sort of like educational play
Mm-hmm.
and the thing is they wanted a bunch of kids to play historical figures, and the kids that were the age group that we were in, this was when we were learning about real historical figures and not just like more pop culture icons.
Yeah.
So like when you're a kid, like you only hear about people who were from before you were born, from like
Yeah.
your parents, and they're talking about movies and TV shows and music and stuff like that. So now we're here, like actual historical figures, like politicians and
Mhm.
monarchs and all that stuff.
George Washington.
Yes.
Carver.
So we were given roles, but I was absent the day that they were giving out roles.
Yeah.
And I protested because this mean kid that I knew, he got a role in it. And I wanted his role. I was like, I didn't even get a chance to audition, or I didn't even get a chance to like go for it. And I, in front of a bunch of people, in front of a bunch of kids, the staff of this after school program, I fought super hard because I wanted to play Martin Luther King Jr. in this performance.
Wow. Nice.
And it's because this is before you, like, I was like third grade, fourth grade. I didn't know that, like, what racism was. I didn't know I couldn't do it.
Right.
Wow.
You're just
I was like,
I want to
oh,
play
I can
him.
just-
He's awesome.
Yeah.
You were
It's
like,
like-
I have dreams.
Yeah. I was like, I can just put a mustache on. I can do it. It's fine. But so I was fighting for it. And like,
I assume this
Everybody was
other
like-
kid who got it was
Wait,
not
yeah,
white.
he wasn't black. He was
Yeah.
Puerto Rican, but it was like close enough for the,
Wow.
that was my first taste of, oh, you can't play black people.
Did someone have
stage.
to like sit you down and be like, this is
The thing
why
is-
we can't give you the part?
No, they were just like, oh, no, you weren't here. You can't be a part of it. And then a few like years later, I was like thinking about it, and I was like, oh, of course not. Duh. Like, I just
Yeah.
I would
really-
love to see that production. though.
And I feel like school. So, how many years ago was this? Would you estimate?
Oh, this was probably 16 years ago, 17.
Yeah. Because I get flashbacks of my grade school, and they had us do some really questionable stuff.
What?
Oh, yeah.
I think I've talked about on this podcast before, the Underground Railroad game,
Yeah, you have talked about that.
where we would
Yeah.
have to knock on the classroom doors and say friend or foe. And
Oh.
if we ran into like a foe, we were out. And if you collected like 5 friends, you made it north.
Oh my god.
Oh,
What the fuck?
There was
man?
also it was a Catholic, a very small Catholic school, and we also made cakes shaped like lambs and had a like fake Passover dinner.
What?
Wait, what do you do for Passover?
I don't know, but we had to read prayers and
You eat
the
lamb?
lamb cake.
I don't think lamb cake is a part of.
it's
Passover.
not.
Okay.
Yeah.
From the 20-something I've celebrated, we never had lamb.
Okay,
Yeah,
I was about to
it
say,
was
like, I don't
cake-shaped-
think that's
Cake
real.
shaped like a lamb. And then the classrooms, we would put like fake blood on the door.
Whoa.
Jesus. You guys really just turned every horror thing into a game.
Inquisition.
Yeah,
What did you guys end
no,
up doing
it was-
after 9/11?
Oh my
it
god.
was pretty bad. I'm
All right,
pretty
next
sure-
story.
Shitty school.
I'm pretty sure that Catholic school is like about to be extinct.
Yeah, let's pray
Um,
for it.
Yeah,
don't
let's
think
all pray. that it soon
All right,
becomes
everyone.
nothing.
Saint Mark, pray for us. 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
Oh wow.
Pray on.
So anyway, back to the guest. What's your next little story? Did you learn any more lessons?
Oh well, yeah. I guess in this next one, as if I have a book in front of me. In the next tale, well, I was in. This is a few years earlier. So you guys remember how like when you're in elementary school, they have like those parties for like every holiday where the kids are tasked to bring in like something.
Right.
Yeah, like lamb,
Lamb
cake.
cake.
Lamb cake.
like lamb cake or Easter bunnies for Easter, normal things.
Yeah. And like like the one kid would always bring the paper plates.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was me. But yeah, so we were having a Valentine's Day party in my kindergarten class, and I used to be super skinny, like as a kid, like really skinny, like crazy skinny, and I used to like just eat, like my metabolism had not started yet,
Yeah.
so I was just the good old days, and I was shoving down those like little cupcakes that come in the plastic tins.
Oh,
They're like-
Oh, like the
20?
little mini ones.
The little mini ones. So I
Yeah,
had like
yeah.
about 3 in my mouth, and I was like, I can do a 4th. So I took one and I put it in and I pressed in and I just hit my gag reflex. And I jump up and I run across the room. I spit it all out. I clear my mouth and my throat. I'm like, I cleared it. And as I start walking back, I'm halfway to the room. And the way the desks were set up, it was kind of like desk here, 15 feet away, desk there, and then on the opposite side. So sort of like a square. And I was in the center of this square. And I take a step, I feel something, and I just turn, and I projectile vomit in like sort of like this beautiful slow motion stream.
Oh, shit.
And it just lands on the floor. It lands on a couple tables. And then it hits this girl in the back of the head over her neck, like a neck pillow. Her hair just sunk down.
Like a neck pillow.
And the thing about this girl, like, obviously it's like, okay, it's bad that you did this to anybody, but her mom was the craziest neat freak. And like, just like her, and this girl, she was a tomboy. So she was like always like the one who like want to like play around, get rough, get dirty outside on the playground.
Yeah.
And her mom hated that. And her mom was just standing there and watched this happen. And like they rushed the girl to the bathroom to clean her hair. And I don't know if this is 100% my fault or like I did it, but no, the throwing up was 100% my fault.
Yeah,
but,
like, so far
what
it's
happened next? But so we finished out the year. This was in February for Valentine's Day. So a couple months later, the school year was over. They moved. And I don't know where they moved to. Like they just didn't tell anybody. It wasn't like they're moving. Everybody say goodbye. Like no, and they off the grid for so long until like Facebook. I found
maybe they're in the witness protection.
From what? The throw up?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they saw something really bad.
A kid throw up on their daughter.
Yeah. And they were like, we're going off the grid.
New lives.
They're like, Jessica, pack your bags. Get your neck pillow. Not that one.
And the thing is, every year, I think it was a psychological thing. Every year on Valentine's Day, or if we had a party around that time, like if someone had a birthday party in school, I would get sick. It would not the same way. I would like be prepared. I'd be like, I have to go to the bathroom, and I would go throw up.
Whoa.
But then it became an every year thing. And then one
Did
year,
you keep shoving four in your mouth?
no, I was like, I'll be careful this time. I'll have one, and then just like one bite, just like it triggered something in me.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, it's February. A year ago, this happened, and then 2 years, 3 years, happened all the way through elementary school. And one year, it was every year this boy's birthday. His mom started making me like just a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, so it would be something different to try to trick me.
If it worked.
Because now you were known as like the pukey weird kid.
Yeah, I was the throwing up kid. There was the nosebleed kid, and then there was me, the throwing
There's
up
the
kid.
throw up kid, the nosebleed kid, the crying kid.
There's also something about elementary school where kids try to like show off in the strangest ways, or not even show off, but they're just curious about the world. So I feel like seeing how much of something you can fit in your mouth is something that happens in elementary school a lot. Like I just remembered a kid throwing up on my desk in one of those whole like rolls, you know, those shitty rolls that come with your lunch food at school.
Yeah.
Fucking came out completely whole from his lunch, and it floated across my desk. I was like standing up. To
Oh, Jeff.
This is a sick episode. This episode
And
is fucked up.
I remember
pictured Jeff,
kids
like-
trying to eat like things in one bite, or like be like, I could eat it in one.
Yeah, I remember
I don't
one
know.
time in high school, a kid kept eating butter packets, and then it became a challenge of like how many butter packets, and then he straight up projectiled on the table. It was disgusting.
Ugh. My friend Molly, when she was a little girl, she used to just eat like sticks of butter, and her family was like amused by this. They'd be like, "Oh, give Molly a stick of butter," and she'd be like, just eat the whole fucking stick of butter."
I want to be clear that it's not me.
You feeding this boy butter?
That's crazy. Just
chowing
I guess
down.
I'd rather have someone just bite into it and chew it than like slowly lick on it like a lollipop.
Ew.
Yeah.
That would be a lot
I can
grosser.
see that.
I used to have what I called peanut butter lollipops, where my Aunt Ellen would just give me a spoonful of peanut butter.
Jesus, fucking white
you know
trash snacks.
Like a golden
As I
retriever.
say, I still eat peanut butter lollipops. I
And that's
still
just a
do it.
spoon.
I will eat a spoonful of peanut butter after dinner anytime I want.
Bologna
I'll give a
rolls.
spoon
I still
of
do
peanut butter
that.
to my dog.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. Like sometimes my boyfriend puts peanut butter on his balls.
Oh yeah.
And
Same here with my dog. And
Same.
Dad, I'm just kidding. He doesn't do that.
Oh.
oh my god.
So,
We don't touch each other. Anyway, back
do you
to
have
your,
any other stories about
back to your
throwing up or
barf
other
problem,
Oh.
hijinks?
Roman.
Oh, I don't know about throwing up. Like
I
I've
was gonna
thrown up
say,
like
do you have
probably
anything about
everywhere.
not throwing up? Because now
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about that whole dinner roll floating on Jeff's
Yeah.
desk.
Yeah, I'll change it. Well, when I was in junior high, I was like really into magic, so I was that kid.
I have a cousin who's going through a big magic phase.
Wait,
Oh.
clarification, Magic the Gathering card game? Or
no magic like
Oh, okay.
magic.
Illusions.
Illusions.
I was a wizard actually. So one summer vacation, we were going to Pennsylvania, or I forgot where it was, and we were looking at all these brochures in the hotel lobby, and I saw the Houdini Museum, and I was
Ooh.
like, I have to go. So I went with my family, and they give you a tour of the museum, like they give you the whole, Houdini was a magician who yada yada yada, and,
What a
Then-
great tour.
right? And then they're like, he could hold his breath for like 10 minutes. Everybody hold the breath, and like everybody was like standing around like. But then at the end of the tour, they do a magic show. I forgot the guy's name who was like a part of it, but I know Dorothy Dietrich was another magician who was in the show, and she's like the first woman to do a bullet catch on TV.
Whoa.
She's a
Wow.
very, very famous magician. And anyway, so this guy who was doing a card trick, and he needed someone to volunteer, and I was just like so excited. I was like, me. And he picked me, and then he went up, and we were doing the trick. And the trick, I don't care about giving away magic secrets. I'm an adult. I'm a big boy. So
Uh-oh.
They're
basically-
gonna come for you. You're never gonna get to go to the Magic Castle.
oh no. All that good magic pussy I won't be able to get. And but so the thing of how this trick worked is half the cards were the 9 of hearts. The deck was half real cards, half 9 of hearts. So no matter what, I was going to get the 9 of hearts.
Nice.
So he does the trick to me. I take the card. I have the 9 of hearts in my hand, and he goes, and we're going to take this card and put it down here. And it was another 9 of hearts.
Right.
And then he turns around to do something, and I was a dickhead like teenager. I just turn around and I grab the card. I look at it. And I go to everybody else. I go, it's the same thing. And I put it back, and he turns around, and then he does the trick. And what's supposed to be like this crazy reveal that my card somehow transported,
Right.
everybody just goes,
That's
get this
Oh,
fucking kid
shit.
off the fucking stage.
You
Is that
got
when
'em.
you gave up on magic?
No, I continued to do magic until I was in high school. And
and that's when you get
that's when I gave up. I auditioned for America's Got Talent with the Magic Act, and I gave up after that. 'Cause it was
Wait,
so
no, you
horrible.
didn't.
Did you really?
Is that your
Whoa,
number?
there's
That
a
was my
he's
number.
pointing. He's pointing to a number on the wall behind him.
Oh,
that
shit.
could very easily be printed on any printer and cut into a piece
Yeah,
of
right?
paper.
Yeah, I auditioned and I did not get it.
Oh.
The way these talent shows work, I'm sure like everybody knows it by now because talent shows have been on TV for like
No,
2
I don't.
decades.
I don't know.
Oh,
So can you
so
tell me?
When you go to these things, you audition for like producers, and then if they like you, they put you on TV with the judges. You have to go
Yeah.
through cycles of auditions.
Okay.
And for America's Got Talent, they did it at Queens College in New York. And I went, and I was in this classroom with a bunch of people, and I wanted to do a very Penn and Teller style magic act where I acted like, kind of like the bad boy of magic,
Oh.
Yeah.
And I'm
Nice.
doing stuff, and I was doing this trick where I made a fake bird come out from under a handkerchief.
Oh, cool.
And I'm going like this, like with a handkerchief over. I go, hey, do you like birds? And there's like a little girl in the crowd. I go, do you like birds? And the producer stops me, and he goes, if you're going to flip off that little girl, don't do it. And I go, and I just pull the handkerchief off, and it's like this little crow. I go, all right, thank you. And I was like, okay, I'm never doing that again.
Oh, shit.
Oh my gosh, that producer totally fucked you,
He
dude.
totally fucked. And I was on a roll too. I was like, I had baseball, so I was like, hey, who wants to see me juggle? Too bad I can't. Like I was like doing like this very corny fucking act, and it was working so well. And then he just stopped me. He told me not to flip off a little girl, and I was like, okay, thanks for being a buzzkill, bud.
So you should have pulled out your best trick. You can turn cupcakes into a neck pillow.
That's true. That's an amazing trick.
Also, if the
I can
title...
make a girl disappear from New York and move to like Florida.
Well, that sounds creepy. That doesn't sound like a magic
I
trick.
can make her go away.
It's different. I gotta say, if the title of this episode isn't "The Bad Boy of Magic,"
I gotta write that down.
When I promote this episode on my Instagram, I will put a link to the video of me doing magic in high school.
Perfect.
Oh yes,
That's
I
great.
have a video of me in high school doing it.
Well, let's just watch it now.
Oh my god! Let me see if I can find it. And I'll send it to
Yeah,
Fizz.
let's watch it. This is not going to translate onto a podcast at all.
Not
is
at
it?
all. I'll describe it to everybody. I'll be like, okay, so I'm picking it up
frame by frame.
Yeah.
frame by frame.
And I say, do you like birds?
Well, how about these birds?
How about these
These
birds?
nuts.
Was that going to be the next line? Or wait, were you actually going to flip off a little girl?
No, he
I-
had the
no.
bird. Did you not listen?
I was
on.
confused. Then why'd you?
He
He
froze.
just revealed. Oh, he just ruined the like hype. of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the producer.
I thought
just
you
was
were gonna
like,
take the
"Stop."
bird, the little fake bird, and put it on the ground, and then just flip off the little girl.
I would have
No.
taken the bird, thrown it at the producer, and then double birded him with my flip offs.
Well, that's a bad girl of magic.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what
you're
they
the
call
bad
me.
girl.
They call me the bad bitch of close up magic, baby.
Right in your face till it hurts.
All right. Well, I think it's
Okay.
time for an ad break.
Yeah.
Zam, zip, zap, zow, whammy.
Indeed, sir. Indeed.
Oh, you're actually supposed to respond with the magic words.
Oh, are you a magician?
Why, yes, I am. I am a magician, and I have a trick just for you.
Oh,
Zap,
okay.
zip, zow, zowie.
Uh huh.
Okay,
Wait,
say the
How am I?
say the magic words.
How am I supposed to know the magic words? You just
Oh,
came up to
they're-
me on the street.
They're abracadabra.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
That's
so
kind of
let's try
happy. Okay.
One more
let's-
time. Zap, zip, zow, zowie.
Cabra de daba.
Listen here.
What?
You're going to really regret not getting those magic words right. That's right, everybody. The How Embarrassing podcast is sponsored by Zap Zip Zowie. He's a magician that will make all of your debt go away. That's right. So next time you see a street magician, make sure you say abracadabra, and he'll magically make all your problems disappear, just like that girl from New York. Don't forget.
Hey, I have a magic trick.
Yeah.
On Molly's shirt is a king of hearts. Whoa! It's
Whoa.
actually there.
Holy shit.
That's crazy.
How'd,
He's
Did we
wearing
plan
a
that?
King of Hearts shirt now.
how'd you
It's
do that, man?
Right?
Hey, I have a
All right.
magic trick.
What?
Don't just show us her tits.
Don't listen to him.
I could tell that's what she was gonna do.
What about these birds?
You like birds?
You like birds. Wait, well, my tits do look like dying crows, so
Oh my god!
God.
Wow.
pretty accurate. Yeah, very like shriveled beaks. Anyway,
I thought it was just your face that had crow feet.
Oh wow.
hey, I have a magic
Nerd.
trick. Jeff weighs 20 pounds more than he wants to.
Oh,
Okay,
this is getting
so,
sad.
for sure. You do too, Molly.
Oh.
Wait, are you saying she weighs 20 pounds more than you want her to?
Yeah.
That's definitely true. I'm pretty sure she also wants those 20 pounds.
Oh my god.
Jeff is really upset with my weight. Anyway, it's time for segments and games.
Games and segments.
Fuck.
Mary.
Kill.
Raise.
Fuck. Get.
Fuck, Mary, kill, raise. Whoa. Fuck my
Hey,
phone.
hey, 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 hey. So it's time for everyone's favorite part of the episode where we play a game we have never played before and we may never play again. It is Fuck, Marry, Kill, Raise.
Raise.
Now, this is a game we just made up, so certainly you don't know the rules. Ryan, you are our lovely contestant. Let me explain how the game works. Yes, let me explain how the game works. We will give you 4 options. You must fuck one. Marry one. You cannot fuck the one you marry. Kill one. You cannot fuck the one you kill before, after, or during the murder.
Okay.
And raise one as your own child, your own flesh and blood. You bring them up right, and you cannot fuck the one you raise. All right. So, do you understand the rules?
Yes, I understand the rules. It's like
Okay.
very similar to another game with
No.
one less option.
No.
It's new.
Oh, really?
It's no 100%.
No.
What is that on that other podcast?
Are you talking about Risk?
It's on Oh No.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
on
we
Oh
don't
No.
talk about Oh No on here anymore.
I'm gonna start a spin-off podcast called Oopsie Doodles.
Oopsie daisies. The big oopsie.
The big oopsie. It's gonna be a deep dive into World War II.
No.
Anyway, fuck, marry, kill, raise. Your options are me
Me.
Me.
and yourself. Go.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Ugh. Disgusting.
No, okay. This is okay. The thing is, I want to say kill myself, but that's a red flag that a lot of people are going to take very wrong.
No.
There's been a trend that people stopped killing themselves on the show now because people don't want to put the message out
Okay.
of suicide.
Yeah.
They're fine with fucking marrying people who don't want it.
Okay, I will kill myself.
Okay, I'm glad we had that discussion.
Just went right back to it.
I was like, you know what?
Do it.
I don't want to be that type of guy who's just like, oh, I want to fuck myself.
Yeah.
Because then everybody's gonna be like, that's gay. It's masturbation. It's not the same.
Ride and die, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Exactly. But no, I would kill myself if just to get myself out of the equation so I can actually get to the brain part of the conversation.
Yeah.
Cool.
I would raise Matt
Yes.
Aww.
Yes, you would.
because
Little tiny Matt.
he just has such a cute baby face. I love it. I want to see him, blossom, and I just think he's
Matt
so
was
cute.
He was really cute when he was little too.
Yeah.
I've seen baby pictures
Yeah.
of actually both of these gentlemen, and I gotta say, little Matt Cole, he was a looker.
You better have good health insurance if you're going to raise Matt,
That's
though.
true. Yeah, real
Yeah.
good.
All right.
Speaking of killing yourself.
Now I'm bringing logic into this. I'm going to bring logic into this next bit.
Okay.
Whoa.
Okay, because now it's the only thing left is fucking marry.
Yeah.
Now, I don't want to marry someone with bad internet connection. So
Ooh.
Wow.
I will fuck Jeff and marry Molly.
Yeah.
Just in spite of my internet.
Da-da.
I'm being fucked in spite of my internet.
Because you don't just marry the person, you marry their Wi-Fi and their.
Yeah.
My
You're-
Wi-Fi is certain.
Jeff-
My computer had an update. And it wanted to do it then and now.
Jeff, you're about to get fucked as bad as Cox Cable is fucking you with that internet connection.
How much you pay for that? It's gonna be cheaper than getting fucked by Ryan.
Yeah, am I right?
$62 bucks.
And I'm cheap as is, so it's gonna be real cheap.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was Fuck, Marry, Kill, Raise.
Mary kill raise, Mary kill raise, my car, my car.
Wow, 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 wow. What a game, what a game, what a game. What a mighty good game. What a mighty, mighty good game. Who?
What was that? What just happened?
That felt like cultural appropriation. I don't know how it did.
Molly has been taken over by a witch.
I got a lot of editing to do with this one. I'm gonna just throw it out there as
happening?
is.
It's me. I do magic too, because I'm a witch.
So this is the part of the podcast where Molly is done with life, and
That's not true.
this is where she just fucking goes into her own little bits until it's over.
Oh, who's going in there in little bits? You jumped out of the Zoom room earlier. So
Hey,
who's in there in little bits
I
now?
said we don't talk about suicide on this podcast. I did not jump out of a Zoom room. And if I would, it would only have 2 participants.
That's suicide, man. That's suicide. You can't jump out of a Zoom room.
Social suicide. Ryan.
Yes.
Speaking of bits, I want to hear a little bit about your stand-up, what you've been up to during the pandemic. You're up in New York. How's the quarantine? Let's plug all your shows, things like
Deep
that.
dive.
So, yeah, I'm a stand-up in New York City. I've been doing. I was doing pretty regular spots at Dangerfield's Comedy Club, but it has since shut down because of the quarantine. A lot of comedy clubs have shut down. A lot of performance spaces have shut down. So right now, I'm just doing, all the online stuff, the social media stuff. I'm working on a series of audio sketches for my website. So I'm writing and producing and editing that.
Nice.
I've been in talks with the guy who put me on at Dangerfields, and we're hoping to relocate the show to New Jersey that we were doing because New York keeps getting shut down by our governor and our mayor. So I'm just doing the best I can.
Yeah.
So when you say audio sketches, is that like radio show style?
Kind of like akin to National Lampoon Radio Hour.
Cool.
Oh, cool.
About 5-minute episodes,
Well, that sounds really cool. I hope and that's not posted yet.
No, I'm working on it right now. It should hopefully be done in about a month in January. I'm hoping to release it.
we actually met Ryan doing a virtual show that was based out of Chicago. So we have found during the pandemic that it's been really cool because we've gotten these opportunities to connect with comedians in other cities and kind of branch out and spread our little wings. I almost said legs.
Just say it.
I have spread my legs so much during quarantine.
We're just spreading our legs and we're getting fucked left and right.
I am spreading my wings. Oh my goodness.
No, it is a silver lining to it, though.
It's been cool. Hang in there. Wait, how much time? We're wrapping up, right?
Yeah, lately you've been not wanting to wrap up though. You just lose every bit of momentum at the end and do bog witch things and why are you doing a witch bit?
Let me tell you why I don't wrap up. And it's because I get self-conscious that Jeff is going to call me out and be like, Molly's trying to end the show. She doesn't want to be here. She's not really in it. And
I don't think I've ever done that.
I
don't think I've ever done something like that.
You haven't. It's in my head. Anyway, Ryan, thank you so much for being on the podcast today. Did we ruin your life today?
No. You brought up a lot of memories. I had to think about this when you guys asked me to be on. I was like, I have to go deep.
Yeah.
So bringing up my vomiting memories and my racial walking the line memories, that was something that I had to deal with for a couple of days. But no, I had a lot of fun. Thank you guys so much for having me.
Well, we're glad you came through on the other side of all that.
Did you say the name of your website?
Oh, RyanGleasonNYC.com. And on all my socials, I am at Ryan Gleason NYC. So awesome. I'm never going to move out of New York City because I have to pay for the domain change.
Well, my brother has 757 tattoos all over him, and he hasn't been living in the 757 for a good
the fucking
6
area
years
code.
Now.
How many tattoos?
Well, he has one that says 757, and then one under it says 7 cities. The other one, I think, is just our last name on his back, like a jersey.
I actually have.
He listens to this. He's going to get mad at me.
I have your last name on my back as well. So your brother.
Yeah, but that's a little tramp stamp, you little whore.
I know, it's right above my little where I put my medicine.
Yeah, your little medicine hole.
Insert medicine here.
All right, worms.
All right, worms. Until next time.
Keep wiggling.
Thanks so much for listening to How Embarrassing Podcast. Go on production. If you would like to be a guest on How Embarrassing Podcast and you have an embarrassing story, send us an email at howembarrassingpodcast@gmail.com.
I'm still a swamp witch.
Shut up.